Good morning. Welcome to AMHQ Weekend. It is Sunday, July the 19th. We are missing our dear friend and growth that we usually have next to us, Dr. Greg Postel.
Yes.
This morning, lovable growth.
He may not be here, but he's right here. That's right. I'm Reynolds Wolf. We've got Kait Parker, and you name it, we got it today from heat advisories, severe weather, and did you see the flooding we had in Phoenix?
That video is insane, you guys.
Absolutely.
But first, we've got to take you to south, really just anywhere south of I-70. Time to go ahead and plan for some seriously hot water, air. I mean, this water's heating up, but hot air, you're going to be pretty dangerously hot.
Yeah, so sorry for so many of you who are hoping to sleep in on a Sunday morning. You're joining us because the windows rattling from the thunderstorms that are moving across parts of the Midwest into the Mississippi Valley. In Chicago, 85 degrees, partly cloudy. Atlanta, 94. A lot of humidity in the south, very muggy for the southern plains.
And we love this story that's out here in the West. Record rainfall, such good news. We're happy to see it. We're going to update you on that. But first, fighting all along, Reynolds. Little did we know. I love this guy. I love him.
He's a walking bumper sticker. He's got something great to say all the time. Always.
He does.
Always compelling.
Okay, that's Eric Cornell. If you haven't been with us on AMHQ Weekend before and you haven't met him, he gives us the commentary that explains exactly how you're feeling out there. But see, I have to give you the nerdy side of it, right? I have to show you that our whole universe can be explained within equations. Isn't that crazy? Kind of like a little too mind-blowing for 6 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday? Well, let's blow it a little bit more. Heat index equation. This is what we're talking about when we say heat index. We are all back there doing this by hand every single day. You have the temperature, you have the relative humidity. That's your T and your R values here. So you plug those in anywhere you see a T, temperature, R, relative humidity, that's your percentage. And look at this. Okay, so this is what the temperatures, kind of putting this into action, what they are going to be this afternoon. Dallas, Texas, my hometown there, you're going to be about 99 degrees. That's the air temperature. St. Louis, about 92 degrees. But we add in some of that heat. And heat doesn't always, you know, the best way to kind of measure it is actually dew points, not necessarily relative humidity. So the dew point of anything over about 65 going to be uncomfortable. High dew points, San Antonio today, you're expected to have a 73, 76 in New Orleans, 72 in Dallas. But what does that mean heat index wise? That means you're going to get very hot very fast. It's going to feel even warmer out there. In fact, 104 is what it'll feel like in Dallas today. Oklahoma City will feel like 105, San Antonio 105. 100 degrees is what you will feel like with your heat index in Atlanta today. Excessive heat warnings up and down the East Coast, and not to mention a large portion of the middle part of the country under those excessive heat warnings. Please be careful outside, Reynolds. But it's just grabbing all this moisture and carrying it on up into some places we badly need it. Take a look at this. This is the remnant low. So we did have that. Dolores was once a Category 4 hurricane, right? The Pacific this year has been out of control, just going hard as possible. That's what the Pacific has been doing, partying all night long. Winds 35 miles an hour though now, and the final advisory has been issued for this. So no longer a wind threat. What we will see, however, is this moisture as it starts to spread north. This is good news for us, actually. We're going to watch a lot of that moisture spread into California, right where you need that. If we could go ahead and bring that back up. There it is. That sunrise was beautiful to look at though, right? A nice, beautiful picture. Here's where all that moisture is going to stream up into Southern California. So that is hugely beneficial. This is the forecast, the future radar. We see that moving through this morning, and then look at Monday. Hey, right during your morning commute, looks like it could be a wet one. And you know that the traffic already is epic in LA, but any amount of rain in July, so welcome because it's out of season. You don't typically get rain this time of year. And the fact that we're going to see some nice little soaking rainfalls is wonderful, wonderful news for drought. So 2 to 3 inches possible in spots. This is really going to be through Central California that we see that. Widespread across the Southwest, though, 1 to 2 inches and pockets of even heavier rainfall possible. And again, all thanks to Dolores. Now, Dolores came out of this ITCZ, right? The Intertropical Convergence Zone, basically the equator where all things just unleash this time of year. And you have just kind of this persistent thunderstorm activity across the Pacific. We've really been going with this. Winds 30 miles an hour, actually, with this Invest 99E. This is expected to become a tropical system probably today. The area of development for that going to be here hanging out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. So that's what you can expect there. It looks like it'll make a little bit more turn out to the Central Pacific, less of a concern for Mexico, Southern California, things like that. How about this? This is Tropical Depression Haliola, and this actually could head toward Japan in the coming days, and we could see that develop a little bit more as well. We know that we've just been slammed in the Western Pacific lately, so this is another thing to keep an eye on, but it's on the other side of the world. If you have friends or family over there, keep an eye out. Okay, coming up on AMHQ Weekend, it's Google's new window to some of the world's wonders, and we're going to protect children in natural disasters. We're going to give grades